Thank you for tuning in to Terry Swoope Videos. I wanted to talk about the 1990s beautiful actress, Michelle Thomas. I think Michelle Thomas is one of the most beautiful women God has ever created. This woman was flawless from head to toe, absolute perfection. And she also had an amazing personality. Everyone loved her for her bubbly personality. She was meant to be a star. She was meant to be a person that stands out from other people. She was the daughter of the saxophone player Dennis Thomas from the legendary R&B group Kool and the Gang. She was born on September 23rd, 1968 in Boston, Massachusetts. But her family moved to New Jersey, and that's where she was raised during the 1970s. She started doing beauty pageants during her teenage years, and she won one of the national beauty pageants in 1984. And she appeared on Soul Train to talk about her win.
Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm a longtime fan of your father's and the band,
Yes.
and now I'm a fan of yours.
Thank you.
How did you happen to enter in the pageant?
Well, a friend of my mother's heard me sing before, and she requested that I entered Miss Talented Teens.
And you just kind of blew him away with your singing, right? Not quite, but you did okay, right?
Yes.
What were some of the prizes you won?
Well, I won a diamond ring, a fur jacket, a cash scholarship for college, and I won various trips and prizes as I'm going back to Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, and different islands, and here in Los Angeles for Soul Train.
What would you like to do in the future, career-wise?
Well, actually, there's so many different fields to go into now, and so many that I want to go into, that right now I'm just taking different courses in school, and soon I will know what I would like to be, and whatever field that is, I'll have experience in it as far as school.
Well, we're delighted to have you with us. We wish you much continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you. Also, Hal. How about it for Hal Jackson and Miss Michelle Thomas?
Michelle was only 15 years old when she won this pageant in 1984. And when she appeared on Soul Train, this was her first time being on national TV. And after this win, she started to appear in commercials throughout the 1980s. And eventually she got a part on The Cosby Show, playing Theo's girlfriend on the show. And she actually started dating Michael Jamal Warner while she was on the show. And she was on the show from 1988 to 1990. Malcolm Jamal Warner said Michelle Thomas was the love of his life. But they never got married and they never had kids. And they continued to date after she left the show in 1990. She eventually joined the cast of Family Matters in 1994. And she was on Family Matters for about 4 years, playing Myra, the girl who was hot for heels over Urkel.
Do you believe these dresses Myrtle picked out? Yeah. Aren't they pretty? Stop! In the name of love. Myra, what's up, Badger Cheeks?
Stephen, don't do this. Please don't leave me for the last time. I can't live without you.
Oh, sure you can.
Oh, the biggest smile in the world.
She came to me and she was crying. And I said, "What's the matter, Michelle?" And she said, "Well, I'm sick." She said, I said, "Well, it'll be all right. It'll be all right."
Some people have it. She had it. Whatever it is,
She had it.
It's been ages since our last hen session.
Myra, we never had a hen session.
Then let's get clucking.
In 1997, Michelle Thomas was diagnosed with a rare cancer. It was a rare abdominal tumor. And she underwent multiple different surgeries to remove the tumor. But every time she removed it, it would just grow right back. And she passed away in 1998 at the age of 30. And it's sad to see such a young, beautiful woman die at such a young age. She had her whole life ahead of her. And for her to keep working while she was suffering from cancer, it just showed how dedicated she was to her craft, how dedicated she was to acting. Because the last year that she was alive, she was doing two different shows. She was doing The Young and the Restless, and she was doing Family Matters. She would have surgery, and then a few weeks later, go right back on the set and do Family Matters and do Young and the Restless. For her to do all of this while she's dying from cancer, that just shows you how dedicated she was to her craft, how dedicated she was to acting. Now, if she would have probably took some time off, it probably would have helped her. She was going back and forth between two different jobs while she's dying from cancer. And I think she thought if she missed any time, they would fire her or get rid of her, and that would hurt her career. But eventually, that is what killed her. I think she should have took time off. As soon as she was diagnosed, she should have took time off from acting and focused on her surgeries and healing. But she just kept working while she was suffering from cancer, while she was having surgery. So I don't know if she would still be alive if she would have took time off or not, because every time they removed the tumor just came right back. Now, I'm not sure if today's technologies would help her better. They're much better at treating cancers today than they did 20 years ago. Cancers today are not as deadly as they were 20 years ago. They have better treatments today to treat tumors. They have better chemotherapies to treat tumors. Every person has a family member that's died from cancer. So this hits close to home to everyone, including myself. And if she were alive today, she would be 53 years old. She died when she was 30 in 1998. And if she were alive today, she would be 53 years old. It's hard to believe she would be a woman in her 50s right now. And I believe she would still be as beautiful as she was back then. A lot of people have different opinions about this topic. Make sure to share this video on Facebook and Twitter. Leave a comment, rate, and subscribe.
Me.